What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're focusing on the Ottawa Senators season preview and what's in store for the surprise team of last year that made the playoffs. Despite many experts, myself included, picking them not to be in contention and be a lottery team. But under Coach McLean, they really stepped up and got production out of a lot of places they didn't expect. So let's start out with the lines. First line, pretty basic. Mahalik, Spezza, and Alfie's back this year, so put him up there with those two. Second line, Guillaume Dress, who I think will step up and have a great year. Obviously, I think he was one of the more underrated signings of this offseason. Bringing a guy like him in can really help your team. Low risk. If he can stay healthy, he can really reward Ottawa's faith in him. Kyle Turris, who they acquired from Phoenix down the middle. Obviously, when I do my Northeast Division preview, he's my X factor for Ottawa. If he can step up and provide offense in a complementary role to Spezza, you have a dynamic there that can be, a 1-2 punch. That'd be one of the best in the division in terms of centers. And then on the right, bold move, Mark Stone. I know I had him lower on my prospect rankings last year than many people expected, but I think his skate has improved enough that if he can get open. Turris is a pretty good disher. He can help out. I think he can play a top 6 role next year. I think he's definitely one of those guys that has the skill, has the shot, and has the cold-blooded sniping gene in him. So that's something to watch. One of the battles to watch in camp, if and when camp starts. Third line, Colin Green and Jim O'Brien, who I think will step up and be another compliment to the top 2 centers. We saw what O'Brien could do last year, and this will be his first full year in the NHL, and he'll justify being a first-round pick back in 2007. And then the old reliable Chris Neal on the right, piss you off, give you some tenacity and some garbage goals from time to time. Then the fourth line, Zach Smith, Peter Regent, Eric Condor. Basic. Then on the back end, Stroking with Eric Carlson, put him with Jared Cowan, have a really interesting young defense pairing going forward. I'd really like to see what they can do, as a tandem. Second pairing, the two old rivals, Sergei Gonchar and Chris Phillips. One's offensive minded, the other one's defensive minded. You can figure out which one's which, obviously. And then final pairing, Mark McThod, who they brought in from the the Columbus Blue Jackets for Foligno, with other offseason acquisition, Michael and Dean. I think those two will provide a steady 5 and 6 pairing, bottom pairing. Then between the pipes, Craig Anderson, I think Ben Bishop, one of the years, the number 1 guy. I really like what he gives them, and I think Ottawa will give him a legit shot to upseat Craig Anderson from the starting role. Now, my next thing is this a playoff team? If the goaltending improves, if Carlson can repeat what he did last year, which is a very tall task, if Turris can step up, if the bottom 6 can do their thing, if Alfie continues to deny Father Time, yes, but I think them and Florida are going to have the 2 hardest times getting back into the playoffs. A, because they were such surprise teams last year, and B, Eastern Conference is a tough conference. I look at the other teams in the division getting better. I mean, not necessarily getting better in Ottawa's case. Toronto hasn't gotten better. The Bruins are still, I think, the team to beat in that division, but I think Ottawa is the second best team. And, I think Montreal's improved. I think it's going to be a tall task for them to get back in, but I think with McLean at the helm, with, this core nucleus of guys they have who are all team first guys, unlike a certain number 15 that I used to play for them, they can definitely, I wouldn't bet against this team. I really like the nucleus they have in place. They're going to continue to get better. They've got young prospects coming like Mika Zibanejad, Cody Ceci that are a few years away that'll really help them going forward. That's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ, Ottawa Senators season preview. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the offseason and beyond. Later, guys.